As homemakers, we always try our best to provide our families nutritious and healthy food, fulfill the kids' demand with new recipes. Mom's kitchen is usually open 24/7. Yes, we love that feeling, but it hurts when food which we prepare with so much love sometimes gets wasted or vegetable we bought starts to rot fast without giving you a chance to prepare something out of it. Or dals and flours in the pantry get spoiled due to pests. It really hurts, isn't it? Namaskar friends, welcome back to Simplify Your Space. In today's video, I shall talk about the measures that I undertake to minimize the food wastage at my home. This video is powered by Skillshare. Let's get started. How much rice, dal or veggies are needed to be cooked according to your family size? Measure it so that you can finish all the cooked food unless the intention is to deliberately cook extra. You can use a cup, glass or bowl to measure the quantity. For a family of 3, we use this scooper to measure dal. We need 3 scoops of dal which can be finished within the meal and 1 glass of rice. Same way, 1 cup of wheat flour is enough to make chapatis for us. This way I avoid leftovers. Another indirect benefit of measuring is that it protects you from overeating and controls the food portion. Try making a list of items that you need to buy and stick to that list. This will prevent impulse and random purchases. Look into your refrigerator or cupboards first and prepare the list accordingly. This is also an iterative process, giving you direct feedback on the purchases that you made last time and how much of that was used or wasted. Heading to a supermarket without a list is sure shot way of buying food that has a higher probability of getting wasted. Buying in bulk saves time and money. But for any reasons, if you're not able to use your food before expiration, it is not recommended. Make a point to use up all the food you purchased during the last trip to the market. Buy only what you need. If you want to try a new item, say a different rice, buy a smaller quantity for trial first. Buy half-ripe fruits to make them last longer. If your need is absolutely minimal, you may also opt for cut veggies so that you can prepare them instantly to prevent wastage, though I am not a fan of it. By making a simple list with weekly meals in mind, you can save money, time, eat healthier food, and prevent any food wastage. If you can plan your meals for the coming week before you go shopping, nothing like it, and buy only the things needed for those meals. We have videos on easy meal prepping for a week. You can find the links in the description box. Meal prepping in advance also cuts down the time you spend in the kitchen. Any extra hour you save can be utilized in something else, like watching your favorite series, reading a book, exercising, or learning something new. Like nowadays, I am exploring classes on one of my favorite subjects, home styling on Skillshare. Styling home means infusing spaces with personality, caring little more about how a space feels than functions. Styling is more about playing with things and accessories. Presently watching a class of creator Emily Henderson. Must say it's awesome and informative content. In the past, I did some interior designing classes by Charlotte Walk and Lauren Cox and really liked their knowledge and content. I learned a lot. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes in a variety of creative fields. They have classes in interior designing, photography, film production, writing, painting, crafts, and many more. Skillshare is quite affordable. An annual subscription is just less than Rs 2,400, that is less than Rs 200 a month. It is less than the cost of a small pizza. This means a great value for money if you wish to upgrade your skills from the comfort of your home. The first 5,000 subscribers will get a free trial. So if you are interested, please find all the information in the description box. Right storage goes a long way in maximizing shelf life of food items. Non-conducive temperature, light and humidity may accelerate the ripening or rotting of fruits and vegetables. Therefore, it is very important to store fruits and veggies correctly to make them last longer. We recently made a video on vegetable storage. You can find the link in the description box. It is important to store your dry grains, pulses and flours correctly. Using airtight containers, especially in areas of high humidity, really helps. If you have access to a place, occasional sun drying also helps. Also, to avoid insects in dal and rice, just put either a couple of bay leaves or dry red chilies in the container. You can avoid food spoilage by keeping your fridge and pantry organized, so that you can clearly see all the food items and know when they were purchased. Store the leftover food in clear glass containers so that they are properly visible when you open the fridge. Try to consume them as soon as possible. You can also be creative and make some new dishes with leftovers, such as by mixing palak curry in wheat flour. You can prepare delicious and mouth-watering puris for next day's lunch. Mix leftover dal with wheat flour and make yummy parathas, which can be your healthy and nutritious breakfast for the next day. With leftover rice, you can make fried rice, lemon rice, tomato rice and many other varieties. With any dry potato sabzi, you can make tasty sandwiches for breakfast or snacks. With leftover chapati, one can be really creative. Just reheat nicely, put some spread or chutney, any dry veggies of the day, some raw onions and tomatoes, and as per your choice, put some mustard sauce or mayonnaise and the yummiest chapati roll will be ready. One can make it with egg also. With leftover dal, rice and sabzi, you can prepare gourmet bowl meals. Just add everything in a bowl, heat it up, put some ghee on the top. Now add some chopped onions, tomatoes and green chilies. Right presentation can make even the leftover food so tempting. Don't hesitate to use the overly ripened or shrunk veggies and fruits to make something new. Let's see some of the things that I do. I think most of us face the challenge of bananas getting spoiled fast. With brown or overly ripe bananas, you can prepare yummy and super fast banana pancakes for your kids. It's so yummy. You can also prepare banana shakes or smoothies. Or if you have time, you can bake banana muffins or cake to treat your kids. If you're not able to consume all or do not have enough time to prepare anything, cut the bananas into pieces and freeze it. It can be used later to make smoothies, pancakes and banana bread. You can also freeze strawberries and mango pulp, which can be used later to prepare yummy dishes. With apple, you can prepare smoothies or yummy apple sauce, which is very easy to make. Ripe or half-spoiled tomatoes can be converted into puree. Just cut and grind them. Store the puree in the glass jar and use it to prepare dals and veggies throughout the week. You can also make homemade tomato pickle, which goes well with dosas and rice. It is a hit in my house and my son's favorite. If onions are getting spoiled, just convert them into gravy. Cook it with some oil till it gets brown. Optionally, you can add some garlic also. Add some salt, which will work as a preservative. Once cooled down, grind it. Now your tadka gravy is ready. Now store it in the airtight container. It can be used to prepare any vegetable gravies and dals. Old bread can be used to make crumbs or bread croutons. You can use them in salads and soups. Or you can prepare bread poha, which tastes so yum. Many times we have some leftover half or cut veggies in the fridge and don't know what to do with that. You can prepare mixed saute veggies, mixed veg pulao, or make veg broth, which can be used later to make nutritious chapati dough and soups. If you are not able to consume it all, you can store the broth in the airtight container and refrigerate. You can prepare different soups with the same broth throughout the week. Extra beetroot and carrots can be converted into nutritious and healthy juices, or make a puree out of them and use them to make delicious parathas or puris. It is especially beneficial for parents to feed their kids veggies who are fussy eaters. They will surely love these colorful chapatis and will ask for more. Freezing food is one of the easiest way to preserve it, and there are so many food items that adapt well to freezing. If you have bought extra bread or want to keep extra stock handy, just freeze the pack. It can easily stay fresh for a long time. When needed, just put it in the fridge section the day before. Now, if you have prepared something which you can't consume within a week, then freeze them, like tomato puree, mint chutney, garlic paste, green chilies, tamarind sauce, etc. Just put them in the ice cube tray and freeze them. Later shift the cubes into an airtight container or freezer bags. So whenever you're preparing a dish, just take out the cube and use them. You can also freeze paneer and milk to prevent them from spoiling. Freeze coconut cubes to increase its shelf life and later use them to prepare chutney or coconut-based dishes. Also, you can freeze your dry fruits, occasionally use spices, flours such as maida, besan, makki ka atta, which we use occasionally, but they get spoiled fast if kept outside. If you have bought extra dals which you think can't be consumed within a couple of months or you're going on vacation, just keep the packets in the freezer to increase their shelf life. Many times we buy herbs like mint or curry leaves but are not able to use them all. Before they get spoiled, just convert them into dry herbs. Store dry curry leaves in an airtight container. It can easily stay at room temperature for 2 to 3 months and can be used in place of fresh curry leaves. Don't worry, no compromise in taste. Dry mint can be converted into powder, which can later be used for raitas, mint coolers, or for pani puri. This is also beneficial for tummy ache and gas-related problems. One of the great things about cooking your own food is that you can tweak recipes to your liking, adding new flavors and ingredients. Like I have this coconut milk lying in my pantry, so I googled a bit and made Kerala style vegetable stew with it, which tasted so yum. So these were some of the strategies that I apply to cut down the food wastage. I have learned them from my elders and my limited experience of active cooking for about 2 years now. Please do share if you apply any different methods in the comment section. I will be happy to read them and learn from you. Thank you for watching this video. Please give a thumbs up and share this video with your family and friends. Do subscribe to our channel and follow us on Instagram and Facebook for all the latest updates and video notifications. We'll see you all next week. Happy organizing from Simplify Your Space. Bye bye.